All right. I am super stoked to bring you a brand new feature in Camtasia 22.1.0 on Mac and coming to Windows soon. It's something you're going to only find in Camtasia, one of our unique capabilities. So remember, when you record the screen with Camtasia, we record metadata about things like the cursor, and that allows us to make magic happen in post. So here I've got a recording set up, and I want to take a look at one of the real common problems you have. So we introduced the vector cursor scaling, which allows you to scale the cursor beautifully right here, and that's fantastic. But you may have noticed that sometimes you run into situations where you get a cursor that's all blurry and fuzzy, right? And this is where our image matching algorithm hasn't found the vector equivalent. And so it just uses the bitmap, and when you scale it up, it looks nasty, right? So what to do? You don't want that kind of garbage in your video here. So the thing is, if you look right here, we've got this new set of capabilities, cursor image capabilities, in the cursor tab of the properties panel. Again, you don't have to apply any effects to a recording from Camtasia. You get this for free. Just come over to the Camtasia properties panel and click on the cursor tab. And right here, you'll see a dropdown, and you'll see in it, it says captured cursors. I think we're going to change that to recorded cursors in a few days. But this is going to show you all the cursors that were captured as metadata inside of the recording, right? And so this particular cursor that we're looking at right here, it's showing up here, and it's a bitmap. That's unfortunate, right? And maybe the answer here is it's not significant for me to see this plus indicator. All I want is just to have that mouse cursor show up, that pointer arrow, right? So how do you find image changes in a recording? Well, that's really easy. You come up here, and there's this nice little stepper control. So you go ahead and you just start stepping through. You can see there we've got another one. Let's change that. We've got another one. Let's change that. And we'll just keep on going through this, finding the cursor changes. See, we've been going back and forth between the arrow and the nasty cursor there quite a bit here. And you just repeat this process over and over again until you're happy with it. At some point, we had a prototype that allowed you to do this all in one fell swoop. Maybe we'll bring that back. We weren't quite sure about the UX of it. But for now, you can come in and change out all of these cursors just by navigating through and doing this. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? You can change to any other cursor in a recording. But wait, we're not done. We're not done here yet. This dropdown also has all of the Mac or Windows system cursors that Camtasia ships with in vector. So let's say, you know what I really want to do? I really want to use the hand pointer here, and we'll scale it up a little bit more, right? So I really want the hand pointer, and let's just go back and change some of these ones that we did here to use the hand. Boom, 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 just like that. I can change everything back. Now, maybe I want to take some creative liberties here, and maybe I want to just change things up and give someone a little bit of an alien perspective if they're on macOS. And so let's go ahead and change it to a Windows arrow pointer. Wow, just like that. Yep. So again, remember, you step through cursor image changes, just like so, and you change by selecting from one of the cursor sets, is what we call these, that either you can use the recorded cursors, or you can use the Mac or Windows system cursors that we ship with right here, right? So that is a pretty neat capability. Now, you might say, you know what? I want some artistic license. Let's just go back a little bit here and find out when this cursor changes right there. Instead of the arrow here, I'm gonna throw a beach ball up. And just like that, I've got a beach ball. So then if we navigate back and forth, we can see there's the beach ball. And again, this is all animating. It's just going to change to that cursor at the point where the metadata tells it there's a new cursor. Again, look at that nasty guy. My OCD won't let me stop. Let's go clean that up. Boom. Boom. Just like that. Isn't that amazing? Something you can only do in Camtasia. You can change the cursor after the fact. You can get big, beautiful vector cursors. You can control it. And I don't think I mentioned, you don't have to go in and edit the cursor path to be able to adjust the cursor imagery here. It's all available to you right here in this view before you go into cursor path editing. So no need, if you don't need to adjust your path, you don't have to drop in to be able to change the images. Now you can go into the path, and let's just go ahead and we'll choose to simplify here. And you can see right here, now down here on my timeline, I have this view that's got all the keyframes, the path keyframes there, and I can see those changes. And maybe that's something that helps you a little bit, and then if we step through this, we can start to see, oh, okay, on the timeline here, it's right here in the middle of this move that the cursor switches to this guy. Now, I've been changing this to the arrow pointer, but really, you know what? Maybe a better move would have been to change it to the vector cursor like so. And you have that available to you because it's in the Mac system cursors, right? So you can just keep on going through and finding that. Boom, boom, boom. So I hope you guys are super excited. The content of screen recordings has never been more malleable. It's really amazing stuff that we're doing here. It opens up creative possibilities. It opens up polish. It opens up control. It opens up the ability to bring the viewer's eyes to what matters the most. Where do you want their attention on the screen? What's the point of interest? So really excited to bring this to you. And I'm going to be back to talk about the cursor path creator effect and how you can use cursor swapping, because that's what we're calling it, cursor swapping in the cursor path creator.